Hey everyone, welcome back to your favorite pirate crew. Today we are going to talk about Sanji's reaction after finding out that Pudding was attacked. If you'd like to see more about One Piece in our channel, please leave your thumbs up and subscribe to join our pirate crew. But pirates, before we continue with the video, I ask that you already subscribe to our channel, that way you will join our pirate crew and earn a devil fruit or master your favorite hockey. It would also help our crew a lot if you leave your thumbs up on today's video, so together we can become Yonkos. Now let's continue with today's video. Charlotte, Pudding and Sanji have had by far one of the best couple developments in the One Piece series. And, considering the latest events in the manga involving the character, Sanji would possibly be enraged if he found out what happened to Pudding. But after all, how deep is his relationship with her? What would his reaction be to finding out what Blackbeard did? Let's talk about these things in today's video. Charlotte Pudding is the 35th daughter and 76th child of the Charlotte family, an officer of Big Mom's pirates, and a hybrid between a human and a member of the Three-Eyed Tribe. Also works as a chocolatier and owner of the Caramel Cafe on Coco Island, as a candidate for the vacant position of Minister of Chocolate. She was once Sanji's arranged bride, by political agreement between their families. She was initially an enemy of the Straw Hat Pirates, but after genuinely falling in love with Sanji, that changed when she tried to help them escape from their mother, Charlotte Lean. Big Mom formed a plan to assassinate the Vinsmoke family. Pudding readily agreed to act as a willing bride for Sanji. When Sanji arrived in Tato Land, Pudding pretended to be in love with him and acted as if she wanted them to have a happy marriage together, even though she was amenable to making an effort to free him from the marriage. However, Pudding really thought of Sanji as nothing more than a pawn, dismissing the prospect of marrying him. She showed her utter contempt for Sanji by mocking his confession and appearance, even making fun of his proposal and making faces imitating those she thought he would make when she finally prepares to kill him. She still calls him ugly and a failure, just like his brothers, and even considered him unworthy of being a proper good prince. Unbeknownst to her, Sanji overheard her conversation with his sister, and he was very shocked when he saw her true personality and third eye for the first time, and was devastated when she revealed that she and her mother intended to kill the entire Vinsmoke family during the ceremony. Upon hearing her taunts and insults to him, Sanji was heartbroken, crying silently in the rain. On the wedding day, Pudding expressed dismay at the thought of her dress being splattered with blood after killing Sanji. Later, as she and Sanji prepared to appear at the ceremony, she continued her act in front of him. Sanji, although aware of her true nature, struggled with his natural responses to her attractiveness, which led Pudding to become internally angry at her perverted behavior. During the ceremony, Pudding was ready to follow through with her mother's plan. However, after Sanji called her third eye beautiful, she broke down, due to being unable at that moment to shoot the first person to compliment her third eye. Moments later, when the cake collapsed under them, Sanji did not hesitate to save her. However, after they landed, she immediately resumed her efforts to try to kill him, but failed each time. Despite finally revealing her true nature to Sanji without knowing that Sanji was already aware of it before the ceremony, she is once again taken by surprise after he asked if, during her deceits of the others, she had also deceived herself. Later, Pudding personally witnessed Sanji's kindness as he saw him heroically saving Nami from falling while she seemed in shock. Sometime after the Straw Hats escaped from the Whole Cake Chateau, Pudding told her family that she was angered by Sanji's words to her third eye and wanted to get back at him for his supposed mockery. This was only an act, as it is revealed that she fell in love with Sanji due to his kindness and being the first to say something nice about his third eye. In contrast to her behavior towards him previously, she can no longer interact with him without blushing uncontrollably and panicking. Motivated by her new feelings, she even turned against her mother because of him and began actively helping Sanji's rescue team escape from Whole Cake Island. However, due to the sudden development of an erratic personality disorder, her mood quickly changed from outwardly expressing love and disdain for Sanji, sometimes at the same time. Despite this, however, she continued to help Sanji and the Straw Hats, even as she fell. Later, they are shown to cooperate well with each other while baking a new cake for Big Mom, with Pudding diligently following Sanji's instructions. Pudding has shown admiration for Sanji and is ecstatic whenever he does something amazing, such as creating a special ingredient that made a chef swoon with happiness, saving chiffon from the oven, and lifting the carriage holding the wedding cake to Beej's ship with one kick. He was also impressed by his firm objection to Beej's suggestion to put poison or explosives inside the cake that was for his mother, even though the latter tried to kill him. In these moments, her reactions are not unlike Sanji's reactions to her, as she also gets nosebleeds. Even though Pudding occasionally goes into his mean personality and speaks ill of Sanji, he doesn't care about it. After leaving the cake in Beija's hands, Pudding took Sanji back to the Sunny so that he could meet with his crew and then back to Cacao Island so that he could help his captain. Sanji graciously thanked Pudding for his help, but Pudding was extremely nervous, wanting to avoid being mistaken for a couple. While waiting for Luffy on Cacao Island, Sanji decided to part ways with Pudding as soon as Luffy returned and thanked Pudding again for his help. He wanted to apologize to Sanji for his disappointment, but was unable to do so. Sanji also told Pudding that he was happy that she was his bride, making her emotional again. Pudding makes one one last request of Sanji and takes out her cigarette before kissing him. However, she uses her devil fruit ability to remove the moment from his memory before leaving him without another word. Sanji's departure left Pudding deeply sad and heartbroken, as she was crying as she thought about the memories she had with Sanji. Even though Pudding occasionally goes into her mean persona and speaks ill of him, Sanji still doesn't care about it. After leaving the cake in Beej's hands, Pudding took Sanji back to the Sunny so that he could reunite with his crew and then back to Cacao Island so that he could help his captain. Sanji graciously thanked Pudding for his help, but Pudding was extremely nervous. While waiting for Luffy on Cacao Island, Sanji decided to part ways with Pudding as soon as Luffy returned and once again thanked Pudding for his help. Pudding wanted to apologize to Sanji for her disappointment, but was unable to do so. Sanji also told her that he was happy that she was his bride, making her emotional again. Pudding made one last request of Sanji and kissed him, which delighted him. However, she used her devil fruit ability to remove the moment from his memory before leaving him without saying another word. Blackbeard's pirates attacked the Heart Pirates. Pudding sat in his prison cell on the ship. When he was attacked by Polar Tang, one of Blackbeard's subordinates bragged about the Emperor's strength. Pudding replied that his mother would stop him, but the subordinate pointed out that Trafalgar Law was the man who supposedly killed Big Mom. Considering the terrible reputation and relationship between Luffy and Blackbeard, we know that anything the pirate has done wrong to his comrades and friends is enough to stoke the captain's anger. After all, just what happened to Vivi was enough for him to want to go to her and save her. However, thanks to Zoro and we know that Teach's attitudes will not remain hidden for much longer, and we will certainly see Sanji going crazy with rage upon discovering Pudding's kidnapping. And the same can be said for the others who have had a hard time. Considering the outcome of the fight against Law, the news from Blackbeard will reach the Mugiwaras and finally we will have the big clash between the two crews. But after all, can the Straw Hats defeat them? Will they be able to save Pudding, Kobe, Law, and everyone else who passes through their hands? Let us know in the comments your opinion and theories about the outcome of this fight. My Straw Hat Pirate, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any suggestions for a video don't forget to comment below, because I'll be reading them all as I always do. So don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any content from your pirate crew.